Please give a warm welcome for Mr. Myke Dehu.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah.
How you guys doing, alright?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm going to try a bunch of new stuff tonight, so bear with me. It's kind of like one of those nights tonight, like I'm trying new stuff. You'll be able to know which jokes are completed. Some of them aren't. You'll know which ones aren't. By the way, I say, they all end with, fuck you, I think it's funny. So, those are the ones I'm working on. A lot of people don't know this about me, but I actually tried comedy about 10 years ago, but things kept getting in the way for me, like relationships and work and jail, and probation and jail, modern dance class, jail. I don't know, it's messed up. Actually, give it up for Don Steinmetz, who you seen earlier, the cop. I love Don. Don's a great guy, because when we're in a club like this, we have a lot of respect for each other. He calls me Myke, I call him Don. But out on the street, I call him Officer Steinmetz. He calls me his retirement plan. So it works out for us. We have a good time with that. I was never really a good criminal. Like a cat burglar, like sneaky and quiet. I was more like a dog burglar. Like I would wait in the bushes, until somebody walked up the steps, and I would jump on them and lick their face, take their wallet, run in the house, run around in circles. If they tried to catch me, I'd run the other way. I'd piss on the carpet, run in and get a drink from the toilet, But it was always messed up because the cops always knew how to get me into the car. It was the old fake ball throw. They got me every time. I don't know how they knew, but they get me every time. I've been in some trouble, growing up. I'm 42. It's not that I really have a record. It's more like an album. Yeah, it actually went double platinum back in '89. The groupies are weird, though. They like to handcuff you a lot. I don't know. But I remember the first time I got arrested, I was kind of nervous because in the jail newsletter, I was voted most likely to receive. About it. But it kind of turned out for me like jail was like high school, the food was bad, I had to listen to a bunch of people that I didn't want to, and nobody wanted to sleep with me either. It was awful. It was just like, okay, that's a new one. Fuck you, I thought that was funny. Well, one good thing about being like an ex-con comic is that you'll never hear me ask how much time do I get. Oh, wait. That's cool. I was watching the Discovery Channel yesterday, or actually like 2 days ago, and I was watching this thing about crickets and how they could accurately tell you the air temperature, So I'm watching this thing, and it's this whole formula, and I got all excited. I went to go check out this theory. So basically what you got to do is you got to count the chirps that they do in 14 seconds and add 38, and that'll give you the exact temperature of the air. Now, it was 116 degrees that day, okay? Now, those crickets, you think they gotta rub their little things together like 78 times in 14 seconds. That's 312 times a minute. After 5 minutes, I started seeing little explosions. Like little fireballs from all the friction, which leads me to believe that crickets are the cause of wildfires. Okay? Oh, they look cute in the forest, nice and peaceful, cricketing away, but they're a death trap waiting to happen, folks, I'm telling you. A death trap waiting to happen. 7707 was a couple of weeks ago, right? Anybody get lucky? Anything good happen to anybody? No, exactly. But do you know that 28,000 people got married on that day because they said it was a lucky day? And their reasons for getting married on that day was kind of weird. They'd be like, oh, that date we're getting married because it comes around only once every 100 years. Well, if you think about it, if you put it in the 00 format, doesn't every date come around every 100 years? I mean, what's so special? I mean, and honestly, if you're going to get married based on a slot machine, let's be more realistic, okay? Instead of 777, get married. Now, I know there's no such a thing, but why don't you get married on something like Cherry Bell Day? Because that's all you get anyway. That's what happens. That's all you get. I don't know. I was asked to write a bio about myself, and it was weird. I didn't know what to say about myself, so I look online to see what other comics had to say about themselves. Now, this isn't so much a joke as a rant, but let me tell you something. There should be a time limit on the time that you can use the credit on your bio. Like, if your bio still has like a 1990 appearance from the Arsenio Hall show, I think you should be shot, really, because nobody's going to miss you anyway. It's just a rant that I had to think of, that I had to let go. Somebody called me fat the other day. I know, I'm just as shocked. I walked up to the store. I went to the store. The cashier's behind the counter. I asked for a pack of Zigzag Orange. She goes, "No, we sell Zigzag Lights now." Really? Is it starting to show? I mean, I'm a binge smoker, okay? But I've never really been concerned about my calorie intake through my rolling papers before. Okay, but apparently it's become a problem. And in my defense, this isn't fat, it's all resin weight. Okay? So, how many people smoke pot? How many potheads? Don't worry, Don won't do anything to you, I promise. You got immunity. I really don't have any pot jokes. I was just looking for a ride home. I had papers. I don't know. I'm going to do a couple more. Get out of here. This is fun. You guys are a great crowd. Give yourselves a hand, man. Give yourselves a great round of applause, man. I don't do a lot of stuff during the day, so what I like to do is apply for jobs that I know I can't get. Like jobs out of my reach, like police officer, or porn star, or warehouse worker, or fry cook. But I try, but I actually they were actually considering hiring me for something. And it turns out having a sketchy past, crooked friends, and a little bit of money qualifies me to become a congressman now. Thank you. Hey, ID, ID, I'm for the Green Party, though. Green Party. Anyway, there you go. All right. Before I get out of here, though, I like to tell, I notice when people buy something embarrassing or socially unacceptable that they like to make jokes to the cashiers, to make them forget about what they're purchasing in the first place. Like the other days I was in Trails buying a bomb, and I tell the guy behind the counter, well, the kid thinks it's a lamp. Yeah, I put a light bulb in it, tell him it's from the 70s. Or like last week when I went to go buy a vibrator, I told the girl behind the counter, oh, let's see what the cat thinks about this one. But it always backfires in your face because every time you go in there after that, they always remember you as the guy who bought the vibrator for his cat. And that's not a good thing. My name is Myke Dehu. You've been a great crowd.
Myke Dehu.